Alrighty. Uh, I th- I hope the audio issues are less prominent this time, but today I'd like to be talking about this little game. Goodness, that voice crack. Golly. It's a little game called Shapez 2. It's a fun game. Very fun game. Very addicting. Just a very good game. I've played it for a decent while. I think, like 3-4 months? Somewhere in that range. But it's somewhat recently got its like 1.0 update, and it was really good, and I've gone through quite a bit of it, but I'd like to just talk about the game. Maybe show people who haven't seen it how great it is. But the whole premise is that it is a factory game, which is, of course, already, like, phenomenal. Factory games are great, but this is a factory game which you have a large area, infinite amount of resources. Basically, it's like platform limit thing, but it's never really stopped me in the past. And the whole point of the game is to build factories. That's the only thing you're doing. It's not like other factory games, which are of course great, but it's not like them in the fact that you have to also, like, fight bugs or gather resources to build your factory. You just build. It's so fun. But anyhow, I'm gonna go in here. This is my little thing right here. It's a blank slate currently, but I'd like to just show you the thing. Now, of course, this is not how you're gonna start out. I have gone through a decent bit of the game, but you see here, there's milestones. You start out here, getting your certification to go through the rest of the game. It's like a tutorial kind of thing. But then you unlock painting and the fluids. So there's resources that you gain from these things. And each one is, of course, different, although there's repeats, like circles. In my world, there's a lot of circles, just plain circles, especially near the start, but they, of course, repeat sometimes, but, like, generally, they're different, and it helps a lot, as I'll explain later, hopefully, if I don't forget. And there's also fluids, and they are for painting the shapes, which are right here. Then you can make, like, platforms or whatever to help you do those stuff. In those platforms, there is different things and whatever, knickknacks and stuff to help you do that. And then eventually you gotta transport it to the center area, the vortex. And and you're basically just trying to contribute to a quota. So that's the main purpose of the game. The game is just about getting shapes in there. But I'll start building. Let's see. So, in my opinion, it's always best to start with the milestone ones, although I often don't, because they usually take the longest to, like, actually fill up and stuff. So I'm going to start with this one because it doesn't seem too complicated. or I might start with it. Hold on, let me see. So right here, what I'm doing is I'm going to try search for a plain shape that looks like that, and then I'm going to color it to the yellow color. So let's see. That one might be good. That one is decent, but not great. That's pretty good. So, okay, it looks like it, which means that we're going to do this. I'll just do, let's see, if I need more, I'll get more, but we're going to do this, and then actually I'm going to remove all this, and put this here. This is the blueprints, which are basically just things you can save, so that you don't have to put them all down here again. Like, I have this blueprint saved because it allows me to put whatever I want. Like, if I want to cut these in half, I can just do that very easily right there. And it has all the paths and whatnot. And then I can just copy that over to these. Just helps out because the scale of the game is quite large, because, you know, you have a bunch of these little squares, and then inside them you have a lot of squares to put stuff on. So I'm going to take that, I forget, I think it's probably going to be green and red, maybe? I forget, honestly. Let's test. Let's see, and there's also ones for fluids, these little things. And usually you don't need as many fluids as you need the shapes, but you also usually don't need that many shapes. It really just depends on what you're building. So, and I know this video probably isn't good, nor is it gonna get any people, but I like this game way too much. So let's see, I'm going to switch to the fluid tab and then get color mixers. I want to see how these work. Okay, interesting. I'm just gonna place those along, and then, actually, you know what, I think I can. And you can also, like, use things for a different, that's not gonna work out well, actually. You can use, blueprints for a different purpose than originally intended, but I think this one is gonna be too difficult to do that with. So I'm gonna do that, which is hopefully enough to do this. Looks like it. I'm just going to attach all of these to the thing. Basically, with the color mixer, it accepts inputs. In this game, the orange are the inputs and the green is the output. It accepts inputs from these two little things, and then you, and then it creates like a color. So, I'm going to go up a floor to put these on the input, which then allows me to to be able to, get the other one set up, which I'll do in just a second. So in here, I have the other one. You can also place anchors to help you in building. Very nice feature. I'm just going to do that. Now I'd actually want this to be a little further out because, not because I need to, but it's just nice, a little nice. So that's actually going to take a little bit more work, but I can just do this. This game makes it very easy to just copy and paste things to help you build. So there we go. I'm going to hide that floor just to make it easier. And there, now I can see that I am getting yellows from these. Now, I'm going to gather the yellows that I get and place it over here. So now you can see that those little things are being filled, which means that we have that yellow, and now we can add it to those. So I'm going to actually first save this as a blueprint. Crap, press the wrong key. Color mixer 2x1. And then I'm going to do this. Just bring it over. Now that is a high resource cost, the platform. I don't currently have fluid trains, and trains are basically, they're like, it's like a way to get resources from one thing to one place to another without spending platform, spending like the platform thing, but as the problem of like it's periodically instead of constant, and also it's like it has its pros and cons. It's also more difficult to set up generally, but only by a bit. I also just don't have the upgrade yet to be able to carry fluids with that. And this is, I forgot to mention the upgrade area. It's pretty extensive. There's also a whole the logic and stuff. There's people who do like really crazy stuff with this. I can't. I've tried it out a bit and I just could not. I also only bought this upgrade, but I was before 1.0 came out. And basically, through completing jobs, which are these little side things, which you don't have to do, you can get these research credits, which you use to unlock things in the shop. And then there's more unlocked for each milestone you get to, and milestones unlock new big upgrades. So like, the first milestone unlocked painting, second one unlocked the trains, the third one unlocked the pins, which are basically like this extra stacking thing, and stacking is basically just, putting a shape on top of another, but this is another layer to that system. This one is another layer to the painting system. So, and then I'll have more space to put stuff. I think this is also another another layer to the shape system. I don't know how it really works. Fine fluids into colorful shapes that break when cut or dropped. Okay. Huh. Interesting. And then this one does better with the upgrades the train system. This one unlocks the trading system, which is, I don't know how that really works. I think it's like a way to create your own shape thing, like shape extraction sites. And then this one unlocks an upgrade to the train station, or trade station. This one does too. This one, I don't get, what, can you make your own vortex platform with that? Huh? Okay. And this one just gives you like a research credits. Also, each milestone does give you, not every one actually, only ones from the full clearance and below, above, but they give you milestone, or the credits, the research credits, which is very useful. Anyways, got a bit sidetracked working on this right now. Now, I usually use the 2x1 platform. I think it's the most versatile platform from what I've found, but this one is also pretty nice. This one too. They're all useful in their own ways. So I'm going to do this, and then this. This allows me to paint right here. This is the painting thing. It basically takes the color input from here and the shape input from here. And then I'm going to connect this to, now I'm going to actually use trains here for convenience sake. Because this isn't one of the shades that I'm going to need to be like, or need to easily change quickly, but it'd be nice to do so, especially since it's so far from the vortex. Getting it there is going to be really, take up a lot of the platform limit, so I prefer to use trains here. I'm actually going to let's see. Yeah, let's do that. I usually like to do a 3-pronged setup, just to, because if you do like this, or let me just show you. If you do like this, then to my knowledge, it does half this, and then half of the one that goes, or half to here, half to here. Half of the ones that go to here goes here, and the other half goes here. So it'd be 50, 25, 25. Which is worse, of course. I think this one does 33, 33, 33, which is very useful, of course. Let's see. And then you set up the train. You gotta get the right amount of wagons as well. And then you just take it wherever you want. Like here, I'm gonna take it straight to the vortex. Let's see. Let's see. There we go. Now, there's that. Now that train is going to start taking stuff back and forth from here to there. Train actually already left, but there just wasn't enough shapes here. See, they're about equal. Let's see. Now, I'm actually going to have more of these, because we have the shapes, and we have the fluids, so why not? Now, doing this, like here, I wouldn't want to do that, but here, since the shapes are, like, you know, not moving and stuff, they're stocked up on each other, it's fine to do this as long as I just get more, like, shapes. As long as I have enough shapes going through, then it's not a problem, because this will eventually get the even amount of stuff as this, because they're all stopped. And then here, let's see. Let's actually do something like this. Yeah. I don't know why I changed that, actually. I do know why. There we go. We should be getting soon more production of these. Of course, it will take a bit for that to actually happen, but eventually it will. See, already it's getting stocked up, and I could make more if I wanted. Sometimes you gotta just go with it. Sometimes you gotta find the maximum. There, let's see if that's good. If it's not, then I can get more fluid, I can get more shapes. There we go. Now that is going to help out over here, because this actually doesn't seem like it's going to need much help, because this is already such a big powerhouse. And this, just going to make some more. There, that should help out there, but it doesn't need help. Oh, wait. Oh, that's a... forgot. Yeah, that. Now, here, I don't need to do any of this, what I'm doing right now. I'm just doing it because efficiency, I guess. Like, what I made already would have eventually done what I needed to be done, so... I'm just doing this because it looks nicer. I don't really need to do it like, change it like that, but it just looks nicer to do so, so. Now we're gonna be getting more yellow, which seems to be our main handicap right now. Because not all these are powered. Now this is when I'd like a train, because it'd help out a lot. Although, are these... these are making... yeah, right? Yeah, it's a decent amount, yeah. Let's see. Still not as often as I want it to be. Now when you hear that, that means you just gotta add more. This game is so modular, it's very nice. You just gotta make it work with your current infrastructure. Gotta set up more infrastructure to be able to handle the new infrastructure. But eventually it all clicks out, and I think that'll probably be a good rate for now. Hopefully. Let's see, there is a package on each one of them, so let's bring that train back. Collect that. Hopefully it didn't already have one. I don't think I checked, but now let's work on teal. Actually, not after checking to make sure that we're making a lot of yellow. You know what? Why isn't red getting here? There we go. Forgot to do that part. Always gotta make sure that everything is connecting after you do it. I've had many times where, for example, this would be the case, but at a larger scale. And it was just gut-wrenching. Because in this game, there isn't a time, like a speed-up thing. It is about making it as fast as possible. So, so you can get to the next thing. So having a ×2 speed would be against the entire point of the game. Increase yellow. Where are the increased yellow quantities at? Maybe back down here. Yeah, there we go. They're on their way. And it looks like everything's being filled. It's good. I'm just gonna make as much as I can. Actually, you know what? That's probably not wise. Why not? There we go. Why not? Infrastructure seems like it will be able to handle it. Maybe. If not, we can just add more. That's not great, admittedly. Let's see what we can do. There we go. That should help out. Actually, that's not needed, alright. But whatever. Helps out. Yeah, that's gonna be enough for sure. If we look over here, that's almost full. Increased food still hasn't gotten over here though, so we're still at a snail's pace. Now the train has gone here, and the materials that came from it have done the same. So we've gotten our first 1,000. Now, that's a 30-minute video already. Alright, I'm gonna cut it off there, but that shows how you can really, just lose track of time when playing this. It's fun. It's really fun. That was just for one of these, not this one, or anything. Although this could actually work on this one, I would just need to add to over here, because there's these shapes called, or not shapes, but in this tab there's these things called half destroyers. There's also some, wait, no, those are rotators. Crap. Half destroyers, there's also some variants, but I don't have those yet. Half destroyers basically just destroy half of the shape. It is given. No. I hate when that happens. Alright, let's see what we can do. There we go. Now you see here, I've just split up the workload so that this is less, gee, I think it's best if I do it here. Because this is still stocked up. I think that also means that we've started getting the increased yellows, which is nice. Oh my gosh, that is, okay. I'll deal with that later. Let's see. There we go, that should deal with that one. These just basically destroy the right half of the shape, and or no, they destroy the left half, leave the right. Very useful. For getting the exact shape you want. There. And that already has containers. And more is on the way, and that it already took containers, so yeah, we're getting much greater production here, much faster rather, which is very nice. Yeah, so there you have it. These yellows should be coming in soon to help out production here, but even then, production here isn't too bad. And then I think I've dealt mostly with the overloading issue, seems like, so that's good. Actually, you know what? To help out with that even more, I could do some stuff here, because this is being overloaded. Actually, you know what? I'll do here. Does that, and then here does that. Finally, here does that. And then I'll make that the standard. I'll actually save that as a blueprint. So now I will hopefully remember to use that blueprint from now on. Okay, actually that is stocked up now, so let's see what we can do. It's a cycle, I guess. Let's do that, and then now that should be dealt with as well, hopefully. It's a decent bit. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this one is getting more. But that is somewhat dealt with. If we actually wanted to go even harder into that, we could do this. But I think that's too much. Because we're already overloaded here, so this is actually going to be saved as the blueprint. Actually, you know what? To make it look nicer, let's do this. Replace optimal-ish painting. And let's... Okay, we need to do that again. And there. So, now we've made the factory for this. Lazarus. And it seems to be doing good. We are filling up on containers. So, yeah, doing pretty good. Let's actually... Now to fix that overloading issue, we should do this whole setup again, right here. Oh, that's great. Crap. Yeah, that's good. Huh. Oh wait. We could do this. Just have another one right here. That way, it's taking half. There we go. Now I think that is a beautiful site. The bad thing is that usually once you've gone through and perfected your factory, you're already close to finish with the shape. But the thing is with this game is that these shapes to make new shapes, all you usually have to do, like to make the new shapes in a line, all you usually have to do is just add to the current infrastructure. For this, I just need to turn this yellow into white by adding blue, and then cut it in half. That's it. All you need to do is just add to the current infrastructure, like with these two. It's all in a line, it's all in a progression. This one, you just add the circle, paint the circle green, then you add this thing, and then you paint those two white. Or you have them painted white before they're added. And the stacking mechanic is like this. Basically, there's two inputs, one on top, one on bottom. Top one is stacked onto the bottom. Anyways, that's a really cool thing about this game. It's just, you just have to add to your existing infrastructure instead of making an entirely new infrastructure. Pretty fun. Anyways, this video is too long. I don't know if I'm ever gonna make a 10-minute video because I just ramble and ramble with my idiotic ramblings, but hey, maybe I'll get it someday. See y'all, and you should play Shapez too. It's really fun, and I hope I've convinced you. And no, this isn't sponsored. I have 26 subscribers currently. Topespur Games, or Topespur. Good job if you're, for some reason, seeing this. You made what is probably forever going to be my favorite factory game, unless something innovates on the formula that y'all have created. To my knowledge, y'all created this formula-ish. Anyways, I'm gonna level up this factory some more, make it accommodate the new things, because that's actually gonna be pretty easy to do. Then I'll do this, then I'll set all this up. See y'all.